Hey there, today we're going to see how to use Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a free online tool created by Google where you can create virtual classrooms and interact with your students. Let's get started. So you can log into Google Classroom using your Google account. So once you log in, that's what you get. So I've already created two classes here, but I'll be demonstrating you how to create a class. So on the top right hand side of the screen, you get a plus button and you get two options. You get to either join a class or create a class. When you click create class, Google prompts you with a message saying that your school must be registered for a free G Suite for education. You can always check the box and create it as a personal classroom. So when you create class, you get multiple options. You get class name, you get section, you get subject, and you get room. The class name is mandatory, so you can fill in your class name and click create. To use Google Classroom seamlessly, you must first understand how the whole interface works. So let's get into one of the classrooms we created, English 101. When you click in, this is how the whole feed is going to look. This is how the startup page is going to look for each classroom. So let's go over it one by one. So when you click here, you get your classes, you get your calendar, you get your to-do list, and all the active classes which you've currently created. Now, this is a stream where you get to see your class code. A class code is a unique code created by Google, which you can share with your students to join the class. And here you have a select theme option where you can select multiple themes according to the subject you're teaching. Uh, so since it's English, I find this theme quite relevant. You also get to upload theme from your computer, which you can create by yourself. Now, this is the upcoming tab where you get to see all the due work which you must be grading. Let's say you created an assignment and a student has submitted back the assignment. So it's one of your due work to grade the assignment. And here, this is the communication tab where you can communicate with your class and vice versa. So your students can type comments which you can go through and reply, and you can also share your own comments. So you can share, maybe let's say you'd like to share a quick link, a video link, which you'd like to show your class, or let's say you want them really real quick to write a paper on something. So you can you can share your comments with your classroom. You can choose which class would you like to share, and you can also select students if that's mandatory. And Google has also provided an option to add attachments like something from your Google Drive. You can get a link, a file, or something from YouTube. Now, let's get into the classwork. The classwork is a place where you can assign work to your class. Let's say when you go to the Create tab, you get to assign assignments, quiz assignments, question, materials, reuse post. So let's get into assignments. You can give a title of the assignment which you'd like your students, like let's say you're creating maybe assignment one. Let's say you're creating English assignment one, you can type in your instructions. You can Here you get to see which class would you like your assignments to go to, which are the students which you'd like the assignments to receive, and you can put points or you can keep it ungraded. This is the place where you can create a due date for your assignment. Let's say the assignment is due on 30th, and you can also give a time frame according to how you want the assignments to be submitted. And you can also create a topic, and I'd say this is English 101. Uh, so here you get to add a Google Drive. Maybe let's say you typed it on a Word file. You can upload the file using Google Drive, or let's say you have it linked somewhere, it's an embedded file, you can link it, or let's say you can upload files straight from your computer, or you can also share a YouTube video. Google has also given another amazing feature to create the assignments using Google services. So you can create an assignment using Google Docs, you can use slides, you can use sheets, you can use drawings, and also forms, which has been quite popular for creating quizzes. So you get to here you get to assign, or you get to schedule, or you can get to save it as a draft. Let's say you're creating this assignment and you're not completely done with it, so you can save it as a draft and you can pick it up later on, or you can schedule this assignment, or you can assign this to students. Now let's get on the next tab. So right now, as you can see, it's saved as a draft. Now let's say you want to create a quiz assignment. So quiz assignments are primarily created using Google Forms. I'll make a dedicated video on Google Forms and how to use it. And questions, you can ask direct questions to your students using the questions tab, or you can also upload materials like notes, video links, maybe case studies using the materials tab. So this is something really interesting called reuse post, where you get to see you have multiple classes and you'd like to share something from which you've already done in another class to your current class. So you can do it using the reuse tab. Now, the next important thing is, I almost forgot. So whenever you create your assignment, it automatically goes into your Google Calendar. It syncs itself to your Google Calendar, and all the assignments which is on draft gets saved to your Google Drive. So now let's go to the People's tab where, yes. So the People's tab is where you have teachers and you have students. So the best thing is you can add multiple teachers to your stream. Let's say you'd like to invite, like, let's say you're in grade 10 and you have four teachers teaching English. Um, you can add teachers using the invite teachers tab. And also you can add students manually using their email addresses if they find it difficult to join using the class code. And then next is the grades tab where you can do all your grading. I'll make an individual video about grading itself. Now let's look into the settings of Google Classroom. So we're going to see two settings right now. One is the class settings and another one is the general settings. So to access class settings, you need to open your classroom and it's on the top right hand side of your screen. So when you click it, you get to see your class details, which you've already seen before while creating the class. So you can edit it here. You can change the name of your class. You can give a class description. You can give a section to it, room number, subject, etc. Now, this is a general setting where you get to see your class code, where you can display the class code for your students, or you get to copy it, you get to reset it. When you reset it, the class code changes. So here's a stream where you can allow students to post and comment. Students can only comment, or only teachers can post a comment. So it gives more control to your classroom. And there's a classwork stream where you get three options, which is show attachments and details, show condensed notifications, and hide notifications. It's totally up to you on how you want your stream to look, but I'd recommend show condensed notification. Show deleted items is something that the teachers can see. Like, let's say something has been deleted in your classroom. The students have no access to viewing it, but the teachers can view the deleted items. For the whole grading, I'll be creating a whole separate video on it. Now let's get into the generic settings of the classroom, the whole general settings. When you go through it, you get to see your profile. You can change your profile picture. Uh, you can change using, you can upload a photo, or you can upload the predetermined photos on your drive, or you can use your webcam. Now this is a notifications tab where you can see how you want your notifications to come through on your email. So you can receive email notifications. So you can also control what email notifications you would like to see. Like, I'm sure not all of us would like to see everything that's happening in your class coming down as an email. So you get to control it. You can see comments which people made on the classroom, all the comments, or you can also specifically checkbox comments that mention you, or private comments which the students can share privately with you and the whole class will not be able to view it, or on classes you teach, you get notification on late submission, resubmissions, invitations, scheduled posts. These are something you can totally control. These are the generic settings. And you can also turn off the class notifications. Let's say you wouldn't like to receive any notifications from English 101 for a day. So you can just toggle it off and you wouldn't be receiving any email notifications on English 101. So let's get back to the classes. So that's about it for the introduction to Google Classroom. I hope you liked the video. If you did, do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. If you have any more questions on the current video or any more questions on Google Classroom, please drop a comment below, or you can also drop me an email, which I've listed on the description. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice day.